I've consumed more than I've created this month, and it's driving me a little bit nuts. It's been a pretty slow month, and here's my attempt to do something creative before the end of it. I suspect that I'm going to miss that deadline, given today is the end of January, and editing is a thing that takes time. Even when it's shit editing. I thought I could say something funny about this book without having to actually read it. Guerrilla Tactics in the Job Market, 79 action-based techniques designed for the complex job market of the 80s. Because look, if you're going to be taking lessons on how to be a conniving, aggressive little cunt, what better decade than the 80s? Today's workforce is younger, better educated, more assertive, more mobile, more interested and responsible for the world, less concerned exclusively with money, and more willing to hold out for jobs which are personally fulfilling. The legacy of the mid-60s and early 70s will influence the 80s. Personal freedom and expression, a more relaxed lifestyle, and an enlarged concern for social conditions, and not only affecting people's personal and social relationships, but the nature of work itself. I don't know what 80s that this guy's talking about, but it's certainly not the one that, through cultural osmosis, we've kind of picked up on. It was written in the late 70s. Probably high on weed, not cocaine. Speaking of work and its relationship to society, I've managed to write one article this month in my series on workplace organisation and development methodology. A couple of people have asked why I'm chucking these on LinkedIn. The same reason why I'm putting my DLL Doom stuff on Twitter. Look, I don't want to start a website or a blog for these projects. I don't want to have a website or a blog about fucking workplace organisation. That doesn't sound fun. But the long and the short is that if you start a website or you start a blog, it's going to look shit until you put the effort in to make it look good. When you use someone else's proprietary platform, whether it be LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, the gulf between good and bad is far narrower. There's less to play with. So if we take Twitter for an example, you've got a few fields of text and description. You have a banner. You get to pick a colour. One colour. Very exciting. A lot to choose from there. And of course, then you get to throw your content front and centre. If you want to be lazy, this is great. There's not much to fuck up. There's really not much that sets good from the bad. There's not much you can do with it. But very quickly, you can do all that you can with it. Plus, those platforms are more incentivized to drive traffic towards you, as it keeps users in their ecosystem. It keeps their attention where they can capture it and turn it into data, which we know is all important and blah, blah, blah. On the YouTube front, I've picked up penny of skills. On the YouTube front, I've picked up plenty of skills. No real deep learning. I think the fact of the matter is that I just don't have the user base that's wide enough to really give me any real insights. From the content I have shared, my Star Trek Discovery analysis is getting consistent views. Not a lot of views, but consistent ones. And lots of positive reaction on that as well, which is quite heartening. In fact, the only negative reaction I've had about YouTube is, of course, my brain telling me to fucking stop because you're an idiot. But, getting off YouTube's not going to help that. And one troll who I managed to disarm by employing my wit and confusing the poor bugger.
This must be one of the dumbest videos on YouTube. By a complete fuckhead in a beanie. How dare you! It is a very serious video. Thanks for subscribing. You're welcome. And what took you so long? Now I can go to bed. A good night.
But there's more fun to be had. Social Blade is a website that tracks YouTube content creators and also makes these predictions, or I guess extrapolates data to hilarious results sometimes. Things like, I can expect to have 80 subscribers by 2023. Fingers crossed on that one. Hell, I may even be able to double my views in the next 2 years. So, to entertain myself, I'm going to attempt to defy some of these extrapolations. Next month, I plan to release a video, probably in a similar vein to the Star Trek Discovery one, seeing as that seems to be quite popular and getting... It's not popular at all. But it seems to be getting consistent views more than anything else. But in the meantime, I should probably just throw out some of the content that I've been sitting on, so I'll drop a few things today. Over here is another video in my Things I Like series. I don't like it. I think it's quite sycophantic, hyperbolous, and just the tone is just a little bit off. But there you go. If you want to watch that, feel free. If you want to hear someone frothing about Taika Waititi a little bit more, or small YouTube creators who make videos about Taika Waititi, check that one out. Over here, is the first video in another new series where I attempt to let's play a game that I like. Big surprise. Transport Tycoon Deluxe, released in 1994. For some reason I decided to adopt some Aussie persona, some bogan, drongo, dingo rubbish. I don't know, it's meant to be funny. I don't exactly think it is, but some people seem to laugh at it. So feel free to check that out if you like pixel art or fucking idiots or retro gaming or city builders or anything like that. Content warning, I guess I gender a lot in that series. It gets better towards the end and I'm a little bit disappointed in myself. I don't know why cars and trucks and planes need to have a gender. But I've decided to give them one in the early videos, and these are exclusively male, it seems. So if that's the kind of thing that you don't want to be part of, then I'm very happy I've had the opportunity now to warn you of that. But otherwise, feel free to check that out, or don't. None of it really bothers me. Fucking onwards for the rest of the year, right?